Good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening to friends in North America, and hello to anyone watching on replay. My name is Nancy Hetker, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia. And I'm taking a moment here to get my settings right. I'm trying to do my workspace without a grid paper today, and I know that means you get these reflections of my ring lights. Oh, and I have a weird view. Sorry, I have a weird view going on my monitor here. There we go. Now I can see the way I expect to. Okay, so let's get started here. Hello and welcome back to my Facebook Lives after a couple weeks off. I have been in Denmark mostly for the last almost 3 weeks, I guess, with a stop off at Singapore on my way home. And now I'm home and really not jet lagged, just getting back in sync with everything. So, yeah, let's get into it. So I saw a similar card on Facebook and thought it would be fun to recreate. This color block card with the leaf, and it's all embossed and together. And this is the color palette that I saw online. I've changed up the details. I've made it for A4 paper. I think they had it sized for letter. I've used a different leaf and a different sentiment. But I thought the color, well, I like color blocking and I like how Stampin' Up! Colors tend to work together. So I made that one last night. If you're joining me, please do say hello. I see Gladys has joined me and my mom has joined me. Hello. So I did this one and I really liked it, and I thought, well, let's play with some other colors that Stampin' Up! Has. So I prepped some other pieces to use. There's one. And that's in the blue-green teals, and here's one in the, I don't know what you call them, true blues. So yeah, we'll have some fun playing with those. And the leaf sprig is from, pull it out here. Impressions of Bloom. I've got some of the other dies pulled off for a project for my class this coming weekend. If you are local here in Melbourne and want to come to my class on Saturday, today's the deadline to let me know so I can prep kits. If you're anywhere else in the world and would like to get the PDF tutorial, drop me a line and I will make that available. So I've got, it's going to go on a white card base. I've got a piece of basic white. This is 9.5 by 13.9, or 2 layers down if you're using the letter sizes. Sorry. I haven't talked a lot in the last couple days because I've been here by myself and apparently my brain and my mouth are not connecting well. Let's try this again. Okay, so the colors I have pulled together for this one are Pool Party. This is Summer Splash, Pretty Peacock, Lost Lagoon, and Coastal Cabana. And the easiest way I found to do this was to just put some glue on this piece and then start layering it up. And these strips are, I'll have this on the blog post, but these strips are 2.8 centimeters wide by 9.5 across. So they line up perfectly there. And if you do the math faster than I can, you will have already figured out that it makes it 1 millimeter longer than this piece of paper. And I just don't worry about that because it just lines up fine and works great. And I already have this size. I tend to keep this size pre-cut because it's a standard layering size that I use all the time. So it's just quick and easy to be able to do that. And they just butt up against each other and go right on there. Hi Paula, thanks for joining me. Oh, you're so good for my ego, both you and Gladys. There we go. See, and it's got just a little bit at the top there. I guess it's more than a millimeter, but you can see here, it works just fine. And I just don't worry about that. So these, I cut out 4 of these for each card, and I did it with the adhesive sheet on the back, which makes them really easy to just peel and apply. And I put them right over that seam like that, and just press them down. And let's see here. So what's up with you guys? What you been up to the last 3 weeks? You know what I've been up to if you've been following my personal page. Lots of travel, lots of food. Always lots of food. But my travel went smoothly. So there's one. Let's get this other one done. This one, I had a harder time figuring out which colors to use and what order to put them in, but I think I'm happy with that. So, how is Glenn's knee? Well, when I left him in Singapore, handed him off to Malaysia Airlines, he was doing well. If he were at home, he would probably be doing basically, he would probably be down to using just one crutch, and probably at home really only to go up and down stairs. But with the travel and with him teaching this week, which he prefers to do standing, although he recognizes that he can't really do that so much right now, he has been forcing himself to keep using both crutches as much as possible. And I've been there cracking the whip on that too sometimes. yeah, he's been doing physical therapy when he's at home and got tips from the therapist for what he should be doing while traveling, which includes using the crutches. So, you know, hopefully it won't be too much longer once he's home before he's in good enough shape to give up the crutches altogether. Having his electric chariot that first almost a week, certainly 5 or 6 days, was super good, because he could just, without worry, go from our hotel that was connected to the conference center over to the conference center, all over the conference center, which was huge, back again. There were a bunch of restaurants kind of 2 blocks away in a cluster that we went to regularly, that he just zipped right down the sidewalk in that thing. And then there was a reception he went to at another hotel that was about 1 kilometer away. Again, he just zipped right over on the scooter, and it just was great. It just took care of a lot of issues. We did go to dinner one night in town and just took a taxi to get there. But then when we gave up the scooter, when we were on our own, he did really well just using his crutches, and we used public transport most of the time. Or just went places that we could walk to easily from our hotel, which was very centrally located, so that was easy to do too. So that it worked out well. And hopefully, between working with the trainer at the gym and his physio, he will strengthen the things he needs to in his knee so that he doesn't do this again. That is the hope we all have. I think he would say even more annoying was the sinus infection he left town with that continued to plague him. But we did have a wonderful adventure with the Danish healthcare system. Got an intro to that. That worked well. Okay, I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and this Forever Plaid embossing folder. You could use probably any embossing folder you wanted to that would do a nice overall pattern. I was looking to see if there was another one that I liked as much, and not at the moment in my collection, so we're going to go with this. Oh, I can see I've got an extra plate there. Take that one out. Yes, all new parts at age 50. Oh. I've got a little bursitis in one knee that I've had, probably 20 years. And it's rarely an issue, but when it flares up, it tends to stay flared for a little while. And I was having trouble, of course, doing extra ups and downs the stairs with Glenn's knees issue. So I was happy to have the 3 weeks away where I did a lot of walking, which doesn't seem to bother me, but very little stairs except for days that I toured castles and palaces. So it is feeling much better right now. Okay, get that out of the way. So here are the pieces now that they've been embossed. And let's make some sentiments. So I think I'm going to use this Congratulations again. It's a nice size. And I'll do one in, come here, pretty peacock. One in Night of Navy. There you go. Horizontal cards. You think one should be horizontal? We can do that. Like that? Sure. They look kind of like corn stalks that way, don't they? Let's bring in my mini cut and emboss and a die from Beautiful Butterflies. A little bit of Post-it tape. Hello, Charlie. Yeah, you gotta back up a little bit. You're gonna get bopped in the nose. So there's one. So the internet and a couple of friends have told me today is Left-Handers Day. So happy Southpaw Day. Yes, Night of Navy is a permanent color. On the blues, all of those blues are permanent. Well, as permanent as anything ever is in Stampin' Up. But yes, Night of Navy has been around pretty much. I think it's been around the whole time I've been stamping. I don't think. Yeah. That one. So let's do the final bits here. So I'm going to keep one of them vertical, just for the heck of it. I'm doing a double pop-up. Well, hello, Sarah. Thanks for joining me. Didn't catch you popping in there. And I liked your idea, Mom, of doing one horizontal. So let's get that going. That. And again, we'll get some there. And let's get some bling on there. And let's see for this one. Okay, so there are my 3 color blocked cards. I hope you can see those. Let me know what you think about this without the grid paper on the glass. I went to that to try to eliminate so much of the reflection of the ring lights. I don't know. You tell me. I'm still playing with lighting. Anyhow, that's what I've got for you today. Probably forgot to give you details earlier. This will be in my next blog post at nancysniftynotes.com. There are links to my online store there. There are links to free tutorials there. All kinds of information. If you want to reach out to me directly, it's nancy@nancysniftynotes.com. Happy to answer questions. Happy to be your demonstrator here in Australia. If you need a demonstrator elsewhere in the world, I'm happy to link you up with friends of mine. So I will be back same time, same place next week with another project. See you then. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.